guys, Ro here, and in the past I've done videos about beavers, birds, and bears, but today I'm going to be talking about bees. But before I do that, I've got to look the part. Okay, well that's awesome, let's go do this. Hey guys, so I'm just here with Frank from Nature Made Honey, and I'll be asking him some questions about bees and beekeeping. So, first question, Frank.
Yes.
How often do you get stung by your bees?
That really depends. I mean, I've got a really good bee suit now, so I don't get stung anymore, but last year I think since I started I've probably been stung about 50 times. And yeah, a lot of them really hurt. Yeah, the bad ones are when you get stung to the face, because then you swell a lot.
Attack of the bees.
While we're at it, we're going to have a peek inside. Might as well check to see how the colony's doing. Yeah.
At least we know these gloves
As long
are
as
good.
it's not getting through, it's okay. Okay. So here's actually something pretty cool that I'm going to show you. This here, see the nice long cell? Well, that's a queen cell.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that means that they pulled out another queen. So it's either this queen here took over, or for some reason they just pulled her out and then they killed her. The other queen would have killed her because there can only be one. But that could also be because this hive was starting to get pretty packed, pretty tight. You can see a lot of them are new guys, very young, very small.
Yeah.
And you got a drone right there.
Oh, yeah.
Another drone.
So there's way more workers than drones.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So what made you want to become a beekeeper? I was wondering.
I met somebody who was a beekeeper, and that kind of got the bug in my head, pun intended.
Yeah.
And then I had a vehicle for sale at the end of my driveway, and the people who came to buy it were also beekeepers. So to me, I kind of interpreted that as it was the universe that was trying to tell me that I got to get into beekeeping. So I got into it, and I fell in love with it.
Wow.
But I know I've got some happy, very strong colonies. So like they had all this spare room, so they decided to pull extra comb.
Yeah.
So basically I've got new honeycomb growing on the outside of it.
Is that good or bad?
Oh, that's very good. So here I've got an empty frame.
It's like super light.
And then this one here gives you an idea of how much honey there is.
It's heavy.
A couple of pounds there, eh?
Yeah. It's surprisingly heavy, actually.
Well, each box represents roughly about 70 pounds of honey when it's full.
What?
70 pounds, yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So you gotta be physically fit as well to be a beekeeper.
Yeah.
There's almost no room.
So they're making a good amount of money here.
They're making me a lot of honey. This year is going to be an amazing year.
An amazing year?
Oh yes.
I was just wondering because I didn't really know. Like, what's the difference between a worker bee and a queen bee in appearance? Like, what sort of distinguishes the queen bee from the others?
The queen bee. She's very long. She's about an inch long, roughly.
Okay.
She has a very long thorax, so the lower part of her body, it's very long and sleek. And when she's been mated, means that she's basically mated with a drone. Then her thorax it gets pretty big, full of eggs. So she can lay between 1,000 to 1,200 eggs a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of eggs.
That's a lot of eggs.
That's a
yeah.
lot of eggs.
So what I want to see is how well the queen is laying eggs.
So you do this every morning? You come and you check?
No, I don't want to do that too much because the more you disturb them, the more annoyed they get, right? So, and you don't want to risk damaging the colony at all.
But you check.
Oh, that's a new bee right there. So I've had hatchling.
But you check them every once in a while?
I check them about every 5 days.
There's a bunch of drones in this room.
Yeah, that's a good sign. Oh yes, look at that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Oh, look at that. And actually, you can get a very good view
That's exactly
of the
what
pulpit right there. You can see the worms inside.
So that's exactly what a beekeeper wants.
Oh yes, this is almost textbook stuff. Yeah, lots of new brood.
Okay, what's that one there?
These cells right here, the big ones,
Yeah, the big row.
like this one,
Yeah.
that one, and
Yeah.
that one. These are drone cells.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So they just
What's
get
that
fed.
kind
They just get fed a little bit more. Yeah, lots of drones. Lots and lots of drones.
But I see this one has a hole coming out of it, so that probably means
Yeah.
that a drone was recently born.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at this guy. This is pretty cool. This guy's emerging right now.
Oh, cool. So is it possible that we could see him?
Yeah. I'll just give him a little hand.
That's so cool.
Come on out.
What?
Come on. Come on out.
What?
Welcome to your brand new life.
No. That is the coolest.
Yeah, and then you'll have the nurse bees that'll come over and clean.
It's like figuring out walking
Yep.
and not getting stuck in the...
See, look. We're already done.
It's so cool. Yeah, what do you think the world would be like without any bees?
What would the world be like without honeybees?
Yeah.
It'd be a pretty boring world, actually. Pretty much I believe 1 out of 3 things that we eat is pollinated by bees. So, and the other thing too is that without bees, humanity as itself would not survive. A large population of the world would have to die because, or become vegetarian. Because, like, when you consider it, bees pollinate alfalfa crops. And then cattle need to eat alfalfa in order to grow. So, I mean, if we don't have alfalfa, we don't have cattle.
Yeah, wow. So they're a huge part of the food cycle.
They are a massive part of the food cycle. They've actually said that if the bees would die, we would die within, I believe it was like 3 to 4 years. Yeah.
I saw that this one's filling up really well with honey.
Yeah.
So, like, how long do you think it would take a hive of bees like this to produce enough honey to fill up a jar?
Well, one frame is good enough to fill up about 2 jars.
What?
Yep.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And how long do you think it would take to fill up one of those?
To fill up a box in the summertime when they're in like high production, they could fill up a box in a week.
Wow.
I've had them fill up a box in about 5 days last year. Yeah, last year was a phenomenal honey production.
So I counted 9 of these.
Yeah.
Plus they're if they do the side. So that could be anywhere from 18 to 20 jars of honey just per one of these, eh?
Yeah, about that, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of honey. I mean, I filled up roughly about 25-gallon pails last year. But this year I basically doubled my operation from last year. So last year I only had 7 hives, and now I'm pretty much up to 16 hives. So I'm gonna run out of boxes this year. So I'm gonna have to do a couple of extractions before the fall hits. So we're gonna actually add another box. Do you mind grabbing that box right there? The other one, the one that we pulled the frame out of. So I'll get you to sit that right on top. Try not to slide it over, just pick it up and so there we can minimize the amount of bees we hurt. Center it just a little bit better. All right, put this one back in. Your new honey box always has to go on the bottom.
Yeah?
Always has to go on the bottom. So that's why you got to be in shape, because you know every box of honey is roughly about 70 pounds. You got to take 70 pounds, 70 pounds, 70 pounds. So you know when you get I actually have a picture of me last year. I'm standing beside this hive, and I'm here, and I wasn't even touching the top.
Wow.
I had 1 more box to go. I got up to 10 boxes, but I won't do that again. That's a lot of work for them to do, because they have to travel a lot, right?
Yeah. So, if I wanted to become a beekeeper, what would be the first couple things that I'd have to do do that?
Get some money, because it's an expensive hobby. Number one, I would recommend getting a really good bee suit, finding a place to have your beehive.
Yeah.
That's your number one. Your number one thing is location.
Yeah.
You want to have something that has a lot of food source for them. You know, we're out in the country here, so there's tons and tons of wildflower for them. So we have no problem getting them nectar to fill up their hives. So
okay.
Yeah.
So this right here is what Frank calls his best workers. So can see all these bees, and then this is the tallest stack of boxes that he has, the biggest hive, and they make an unbelievable amount of honey. Like, if you try lifting this, I can't lift it. Like, it's surprisingly heavy. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much, Frank, for having me to come and check out the bees. But definitely check out Nature Made Honey. It's pretty awesome. Their website will be linked in the description. So anyways guys, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye!